You're gonna dig this. Oh shit, we're live.
We're live on
we're
the
live
TV.
Already.
We're live. Are we live on the pod? On
We are
iPod?
fully live. You're gonna dig this. Let me get this up on the big screen. NPK Live. Should we get into
Yes.
this?
So,
Let's get into it.
welcome back.
101.
Yeah, this is podcast 101,
The aftermath.
the aftermath, with
last
myself,
week.
Thomas.
Myself, Stephen.
Yeah.
We're still recovering.
Yeah, still recovering. I think everyone's still fuming.
Yeah.
Um,
And delighted at the same time.
Yeah, some people are delighted.
The phone in the shop just didn't stop.
Yeah, it didn't stop.
All Friday.
Some waves going off from there. If you was any of those people that felt that we were maybe a bit harsh, I'd just like to really say tough. But also, hopefully you can look at the constructive side of what we're trying to do.
The best companies will look at taking that constructively and looking on improving.
Feel free to call me an arsehole and whatever you want to call me.
I think lots of people probably have.
They probably have.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to take that on for our industry.
For the benefit of the
for
industry.
the benefit of our industry and everybody else. So,
But there is one thing. Obviously, this whole thing was live, and what we said, I listened to the whole podcast back just to make sure everything that we said was spot on. And you know that we like to be 100% truthful. And I looked back and felt I was a little bit harsh on Maxi Bright with the regards of the light thing, because I said it was their fault. And I'd just like to say, it's not always one person's sole fault, is it? There's two sides to every
don't drag
story.
me into it, because you know I don't backtrack anyway. Backtrack.
I know
what I'm saying. So this is
you've got to. You do when you know you've made a mistake, which.
Well, I don't know, because I haven't watched
Made
it back.
mistakes. I thought you could say I don't make mistakes.
Yeah, no, that as well, obviously.
But Maxi Bright, they were joint second for me in the best wholesalers in the country.
Yeah,
and they are.
But also, I've been in contact with them with regards to what we was talking about, and so some positive feedback as well.
Yeah.
And some good communication.
Yeah, they got the best digital ballast. They were over the moon with that one. The Maxi Bright Pro Select.
There was pros and cons for a lot of people, weren't they? And it was really good the way it went.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, a lot of people contacted us, and we've had loads of after talks about all of what we found out and what we discussed and different issues and whatnot. So yeah,
happy days.
Happy days.
That's what the first 100 out the way.
Yeah. Do you want to read the comments, because I can't see them?
Okay, I'm going to give you the timer.
Oh right, the timer. I'll
So-
hold the timer.
Chris, respect for podcast 100. Thank you very much. George, good afternoon, buddy. George is saying, seems a little quiet in the booth today. Speaker maxed, can barely hear.
Oh, well, let me just speak to our technician 1 second and see if we can. There's an issue with the volume.
Needs to be a little bit
on
louder.
the receiver's end. We're getting some.
You can work on that. If anyone else is having sound issues,
Please
comment
let us
below.
know. Please let us know. We're working on it right now. As you know, we are always up the wall with this bloody stuff. One day it will work, just first time.
Matthew, yes, bro. Hytopia, cast 100 was epic. Thank you very much. And a big high five from Bryant Jarrell. Nice, okay. So, do you want to start off with what do you want to do? The competition winner at the beginning or the end? Or are we going to keep them all roped in?
I don't know. What do you want to do? Would you want to do the competition now or at the end? I don't know.
So there's two competitions. There's the Instagram competition where they had to hashtag NPK Live, NPK Slims Hydroponics, hashtag Hydro to Grow. If you did that,
yeah,
then,
we have actually done the wheel,
picture.
because we can't.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we can't actually do it in the booth.
Yeah, so,
because we've already got that many bloody screens and everything going on here. It's just madness. So we've already done it, and we've actually got the winners. I don't know whether you want to give them out now or whether you want to wait till.
Well, there's two winners. There's the shop winner. There's the hydroponic shop winner, and there's the people who entered the Instagram competition winner.
Yeah. Shall we do one at the beginning and one at the end?
Yeah,
that sounds fair, doesn't it? What
should
shall we do? Should we do the shop first?
Should we do the shop first?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Leave all the customers. In
yeah,
there.
we leave all the customers to
So
the
you've
end.
got to carry on reading and watching.
Yeah.
Okay. So the winner of the 1000-watt double-ended Revolution Diva, with a big thank you to Greg from Revolution Diva, Greg and Marissa, Eric from Garden Culture, and the team at Maxi Bright, because they're the people that made this happen for you guys. What you are winning is a coupon. So I will get in touch with Maxi Bright and let them know that the winner of the competition is Making can put a drum roll in here for the podcast. It is Urban Grower Limited in Birmingham. So
where are they?
Birmingham.
Are they?
Well done to Urban Grower Limited. You have
Who
got.
is that? Do we know them?
No, they're on Instagram, but we don't.
Yeah.
Like,
Well
don't think
done
we've ever
anyway.
met them.
Well done. Thank you very
Would
much.
like to meet you. If
Yeah.
you're going to Barcelona, let's hook up.
Yeah, definitely.
Meet each other.
So well done.
You've won the Revolution Diva,
Yeah.
and so Maxi Bright will be dropping her off to you in whenever they get there in. And also, I think that they will be taking you out for a meal to talk business and talk about Revolution, give you the ups and downs.
Oh
on it.
yeah, I forgot about that. Also, as well, because you're getting that light, we've got one as well, haven't we? Have we got one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have.
We've got because you've got one as well. Be good to know what you think about it in your shop. So let us know.
I'm sure they'll put it up on their Instagram.
Yeah. So well done is right. Yeah, man.
And we will announce the winner of the £3,000 giveaway: the tent, the Gavita, the multi-flow, the DNA Mills feed and cocoa, and all the other little extra bits. The can filter and Ice Max fan. Full legit kit, that, fully legit.
Serious piece of kit.
Ready to go.
Ready to go, rock and roll.
Okay. So today's podcast is podcast 101, the 101 of Hydro. Thomas is constantly on me back to say we need to make it more concise and you need to stop rabbiting on. So
today we have the timer.
The timer.
And we are going to have
a time off.
Battle time off.
Yeah.
Yes, a minute apiece.
To talk about the 101 of Hydro.
Okay.
If you've got any questions on the 101, get them in here. There's some questions, a couple of questions got sent in already, which we'll ask at the end, talk about at the end. If you've got any questions or 101 that you don't think we've mentioned, get them in the comments. And of course, just talk as well. We love just seeing you all talk to each other. That's awesome. And I give all you early people a nice like, because you guys are always the first in to watch us two muppets ramble on, and I'm going to give it a nice big heart. There we go. So you going first. You can set this whole world alight with your minute on grow tents.
Okay.
Hold
on. Go on, but make sure everyone can see it.
Yeah, and you can't see it.
No, because if you're older up there, I can't see it.
I know, but that's 5 seconds behind.
Okay.
So I'm going to cut you off.
Hold on, but the first one says tent or room.
Oh, I like that. That's like a countdown clock.
Yeah. Well, wait, hold on, because it's actually saying tent or room, so this is going to be my 1 minute argument for the tent or the room.
The 101 of tent or room. What's the basics of a tent, and then we'll do the basics of a room.
No, it's both in the same one, so it's 30 seconds a piece then.
I'm my own worst enemy.
Yeah.
I should have put on separate lines.
Okay.
Right. Are you ready?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Go. 101 of tents and rooms. So basically, when you purchase a tent and you're going to set it up, make sure you open all the zips up first, on all of the flaps. Set up the poles on their own by themselves, so you've got a nice skeleton, and then wrap the tent around. Put the roof over first, tuck it in nicely, pull the sides round, zipping around the top, and slide the underneath, and then you'll have the tent completely up straight away. Boom. About your grow room, make sure if you're going to use black and white, which is cost effective, £1 a metre. You can use some other foils, ADF foil, mylar. What you're going to do is you're going to measure your room. Roughly, most size rooms would be about 20 metres, so you'd need 20 metres of any of these foils. You are going to, top tip is use a piece of card before you use a staple gun to staple it on the wall, because then the staples don't rip the mylar sheeting or whatever it is. Sheet all that correctly, but do not put that sheeting on the floor. We have floor secure, which
Done.
is bow.
That was nice.
Bow.
1 second, guys. See if you can tweak the volume. People at the other end thinking that the volume's still a bit low.
We're getting this rather discerning look here from.
So if it's not loud enough, we trust you guys. If it's not loud enough or it's jittery, we expect you to comment. You need to tell us what's going on. So
tell us it's shit.
Thank you.
Makey's job's on the line. His job's on the line.
Tin up, so we're getting messages saying Reg is going to have to be the translator.
We don't know. We don't know.
Come here then. Come here.
Oh, problems. I hate this technology stuff.
What happened to the 2 cups and a piece of string? On the other end, people are saying that it's a little bit quiet, so...
On your one?
No, when people are listening, they're saying it's a little bit quiet, so...
They can't hear us.
Yeah. So you need to turn it up for the other people. There we go.
Right. 3, 2...
Oh, it's me. Okay.
1, go.
Grow tents. When you are buying a grow tent, do not go cheap. Cheap grow tents with small poles will collapse. You're putting lights up on in there, you're putting filters up, potentially clip fans, whatever you've got. Make sure you're getting thick poles. I always like to not go cheap because the cheaper tents the reflective surfaces aren't as good either, so the more expensive tents, more reflective mylar, more efficiency. We've talked about efficiency on a previous podcast. So go for spend more on your tent. It's your environment, it's your room. How did you do this? Shit, this is hard. Buy good tents. That's all I'm going to say about tents. And get your flaps open on the bottom when you're not using air in, because that's important. Otherwise it'll suck in. Negative pressure in a tent. In a grow room, black and white the windows so there's no light leaking. Maybe double it up. Black and white's good, white outwards, but silver's better. Even better is maybe this orca sheeting. Make sure you put white floor secure on the floor so that any leaks aren't going to get through.
Stop!
That's difficult, bro. What
This is
this
good,
about?
I like this.
What is this about?
Right.
Oh,
Next one.
we've got shitloads to get through as well.
Next one. Air movement.
Okay. Reset. 3, 2, 1, go.
Air movement. Make sure that you know the basic equation. Don't assume that a size of inches depicts what air movement or flow you need within your room. You need to know meters cubed an hour. Yeah, that's the key to air movement. Always make sure if you've got to choose between something, make sure you've got an extraction. Don't just have an intake. You need an extraction. Make sure your extraction is sufficient enough to remove enough heat and humidity from the room adequately using your special equation, meters cubed an hour. You can base this on the wattage of lights that you're running in your room. So for instance, if you have 300 watt lights, you add them together and that will give you roughly the amount of air you need to pull out of that room. There's various sizes of fans, filters. Filter also helps you with various odours and humidity as well.
Done.
That was hard. That was difficult, that one.
Yeah.
Very difficult.
And they're only going to get harder as well.
Yeah. Oh, that was hard.
Okay.
You ready?
No.
3, 2, 1, go.
Air movement. Do not go into your grow shops and ask for a 6-inch, 8-inch, 10-inch, 12-inch filter. You need to ask the guys behind the counter for the amount of air that the fan and filter move. So go in asking for a 10-inch 1,000 metres cubed of air an hour, 10-inch 1,500 metres cubed of air an hour. Exactly what Thomas has just said. Air movements within the plants are small in the vegetative state. You don't want to move a lot of air because you want that humidity to be high. So clip fans off. Air intake very mild, and have your extraction maybe at 60-70%, but of course monitor your temperatures and make sure that they're right. When you get into the flowering cycle, make sure you don't have to turn your air right all the way up as your humidity drops. When you turn your air extraction off, the humidity will drop, which is what you want for your plants. Intake in during flowering, about week 3 of flowers, a good thing to do, and get them clip fans on, but do not point your clip fans at the plants. It ruins the microenvironment. So have your clip fans pointing up, maybe towards the lights or down to the floor.
Oh shit! You done very well on that one though. Yeah, you got quite a few parts in, especially the microclimate around the plants as well. So that was really good. Well done on that one. I reckon you done better than me on that one.
1-1.
Yeah.
That first one caught me off guard.
So next one, pots. Oh yeah,
This is you.
Yeah, you know I like this category.
You do. So 3, 2, 1. Pots.
Pots are crucial to plants' life cycle. Their age determining how long a plant determines what size of pot you have. This is key. Up-potting is also a key process to this. So some people just dive in there head first and get a 50-litre pot and start from there. That's wrong. You need to start from a small pot and pot up through the stages so the root structure becomes dense within the pot and grows on outwards instead of just going straight down to the bottom and round. A small pot would probably be its maximum life cycle 7 days, and then we'll vary up the stages. 10 litre pot, probably 3 weeks. 40 litre pot, maybe 5-6 weeks. 80 litre pot could be a growth cycle of maybe 2 months. So pots are really crucial. If you put a small plant in a large pot, it's going to take a lot more media, and you're going to drown it out very quickly, because it's going to absorb a lot more moisture than if you have a small plant in a small pot.
Stop. We ended just nice. I haven't cut you off at the middle of something good there, so we're doing well. We are doing well.
Give it a go.
Oh, I'm worried that you're going to like take what I'm saying and I'm going to have nothing. This is like
3,
a hydro
2,
battle.
1, go.
Pots. Thomas talked about plastic pots. I'm going to talk about cloth pots. Plastic pots are very good, very cheap. They do the job. But like he said, you do have you can get root bound pots. Oh. Cloth pots, you're not going to get these root bound roots, because the cloth pots will allow your roots to breathe. They tend not to circle around. As they try and escape the cloth pot, they're going to be air pruned off. So as they're air pruned, rather than circling around, they'll produce 4 or 5 new tips of roots, and that is super beneficial to your plants. Cloth pots also tend to hold less water, so you will need to irrigate more often. So remember that top tip: your plants will tend to drink more anyway, and because there's more air getting to the root zone, you're going to need to water more often. Pots, as well as cloth pots, you've got air pots, which are nice, but they dry out super quickly. So remember to keep on top of your watering if you're using air pots.
Stop. You was choking then.
No. When you do preparation and you think, let's talk about this and this.
Can everyone still hear us? Can all our listeners hear what we're saying?
Yeah, no one's...
or are we quiet as church mice?
No one said anything since, so must be all good by now. A little comment so I can take a breather. Andrew said, "Hey guys, really enjoyed the 100th podcast. When are you going to tell us whose nutrients contain cancer-causing chemicals?" Well, that's a brilliant point.
Look what you've started now.
Because I'm going to do this in 30 seconds.
This was going to be a nice, pleasant...
I'll make it pleasant still. Watch this. I can't tell you which companies have got the potential cancer-causing chemicals in them, because we need to do the test a second and a third time. It wouldn't be fair to say that they had them and then we find out on the second test that they don't.
Even though I tested the dog's bollocks, and I know it's right,
the dog's bollocks. We've got to give...
In, like, what's it called?
We could get taken to court over this.
And all
trust
of
us,
that, yeah.
We're ready to go to court over this shit.
I can't be asked, to be honest with you. So we'll just let them print the other 2 things and then we'll tell you.
But what I will tell you is that the cleanest one that I tested, I didn't test them all, but out of the 10-15 I tested, Rock Resonator was the cleanest. It had the least amount of PGRs, and the PGRs that I did have were not bad whatsoever. They were all naturally occurring PGRs. So Rock Resonator, I'm going to give a big shout out to, because out of the 15 that I tested, yours came out the cleanest, or the least amount of PGRs in there. Okay, happy days. That was under a minute, wasn't it? So I did all right on that one.
Whose goal was it now?
It's your goal.
Is it?
Yeah. You're talking about media. Media. The 101.
Go on.
1, 3.
Oh, you need to learn how to count, mate.
I don't know which end to start from.
2, A, B.
3, 2, 1. Media.
Media is a broad name for what you what you put your plant in to grow, i.e. rock wool slabs, clay pebbles, root riots, jiffies, soil, cocoa, net baskets with just free them little spongy things just holding it. That's just air. It supports itself, so that's no media. But yeah, it's a variety of all of the various things that you can grow a plant in. So one of the most popular ones is cocoa and soil. Probably more popular in our area is cocoa, coconut fibres, which is a inert substrate. Requires a bit more attention than soil, because soil has a membrane that stores nutrients for a longer period of time. That's why you tend to water cocoa with more...
I cut you off there, didn't I?
Yeah.
My turn.
It's a difficult one too, because it's a broad subject, a very broad subject.
Go about the 101. Okay.
Yeah, you've just got to keep it simple.
I think I've got this one.
Ready? Go.
Soil, cocoa, hydro. Soil is better for the beginners. It allows you to make a bigger range of mistakes because it has a better buffering capacity and a high cation exchange capacity, which is your CEC. So if you're a beginner and you're looking for an easier life, start your life in soil. They mostly come with perlite, allows good drainage. Make sure you're using soil nutrients. Cocoa is for the slightly advanced grower because you can't make as many mistakes. Make sure that you get the buffered versions, which means that the pH is less likely to fluctuate, and make sure that you get the ones that are really well washed because it's going to have less residual salts. Makes your life a lot easier. In cocoa, just going to pick up on Thomas's point at the end there, you need to water a bit more often because the oxygenation at the root zone, the plant will tend to take up more water as well, so make sure you water a bit more often in the cocoa. Hydro, make sure that your water temperature is 18 degrees Celsius, make sure your pH is between 5.5.
No. 5.5. Well, I'll tell you.
It'll be being like that on the button.
It's got to be on the button.
Oh, okay. There we go then. My turn.
It's down to us to deliver through a minute, 1 minute a piece.
I didn't think it'd be this difficult when we came up with
I reckon you done better than me on that one as well, because you got some clean, concise, basic stuff out.
To be fair though.
But you didn't complete the hydro part.
Yeah, I know.
But you done well on the soil and cocoa.
Lights. Ooh. Lighting.
Oh.
And can you go a whole minute without saying magnetic?
Yeah. Yeah.
We're going to start throwing in, make this a little bit more difficult now. You can do it to me. You can say a word that I'm not allowed to mention. Okay?
Gavita.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Lighting.
Lights. Lights can be very complicated. There's various types: HPS, metal halide, CFL, dual-ended plasmas, LEDs. All of these lights have different variations and purposes, and you would need to speak to us more in depth in store or via our media to get more information, obviously, because this minute isn't going to cut it clearly. The most popular light is a 600 watt HPS because it's a multifunctional light. It will allow you to grow and it will allow you to flower successfully. CFL will only allow you to grow. HID, high intensity discharge, will only allow you to grow. LED still has some further investigation, but there is some good ones on the market which we've mentioned on other podcasts. My personal favourite is HPS. Always has been and probably always will be. I know what Steve
done. Difficult, you know, bro. Difficult
because you don't know where to go in the category. Where are you going to go?
And you got to. Obviously, we haven't got notes. We just got little bullet.
We've just got the bullet of what it is. This is just off the dome. Raw, right off our brain right now.
Giving you all a bit of a break because this is definitely Hopefully, this will be under half an hour. This podcast,
because that was another thing. The last podcast, it was 3.5 hours, and some of the podcasts are quite long, so we've mixed it up a bit, and we're putting ourselves on the spot here, because at the end of the day, all the grow shops are watching us, all of you expert growers are watching us, and we putting ourselves in under the fire line for a minute, but let you have a little look at what we really think are the top tips and what we've got to say.
What's the first thing that comes
you
to our
might
head?
Totally disagree what we're saying. You should probably say, well, you should have said that, you should have said this.
Listen, if you've got, we love the critical feedback, but if you think you're that confident, come on and do...
what's this called?
Well, we're going to have to come up with a title, aren't we?
Yeah.
Just call it The Minute.
The Minute.
The 60-second minute.
The 60-second show.
60-second show. Lawrence said, you forgot ceramic metal halide daylight.
I told you they'd start saying all that.
We've forgotten stuff.
Oh, but we've got it in because he commented it, so we've just mentioned
it. That's a good little hack that I like that. Okay.
And we knew you was going to comment, so we never forgot it.
You did well. You didn't mention magnetic once.
No.
Yeah. Very well done. There's a timer. I'm on lights.
3, 2, 1, go.
Lighting. So, HPS, you want to 250 watts. We're going to start at watts. 250 watts. You want to keep between 30 centimeters away from the top of the canopy. 400 watt lights, you're going to keep 40 centimeters away from the top of the canopy. 600 watts, 60, and your 1000 watts, you tend to keep over a meter away from the top of the canopy. If we talk really slow, do I get more out of it? Metal halides are brilliant for vegetative growth, and maybe even the first 2 weeks of flowering as well, to keep them nice and short and stocky. Switch on to your HPS bulbs. Got a lot more red spectrum in there, so it's going to help the flowering side of things. There's a new bulb by Solistech, which is the 10K bulb. It's a super blue bulb, which will help during flush produce all the plant will help produce all the oils to the top of the plant, and will create a nicer plant as well, more aromas and flavours. Lighting, go for digital. If you've been on magnetic, go for digital. If you're on digital, look at the double-ended lights. The 1000 watts.
This is great for me, this, you know, people. Do you know how much, have you seen a smile on my face since we've started this podcast? Because I just love just cutting him off. It's great. He's wounded. He's like doing backflips inside because he just wants to carry on,
screaming,
on and on. And I can see your head batter because you don't know what to say.
Where'd you go?
Yeah, where'd you go?
There's like $50 worth of shit in here, and you've got to pick a minute.
Yeah, a minute.
And give the best minute that you can. I was planning on doing this as a one-off, but looking at that big Cheshire smile on Thomas's face, I think there's going to be like a one every couple of weeks type shit.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. So what's the next?
Vegetative growth. So vegetative techniques. Top tips for when you're in veg.
Come on then, let's go.
3, 2, 1, veg.
Vegetative growth. Key to it is humidity. It's going to be one thing I'm going to harp on for a minute. Humidity within the vegetative period is going to be above 60%. If it's below there, you're going to have serious problems. Things won't happen. The plant won't seem to do much drinking or growing or anything. It won't be very happy at all. Stephen mentioned before about the plant's own microclimate. When pushing fans towards it and stuff like that, because you need the humidity to develop, and the plant will help develop itself as it matures and materialises. If you've got a big crazy extraction on when the plants are very young, you're going to have no humidity within the room. The plants are going to be very unhappy, and you need to increase this. You need to increase it to above 60%. Humidity is the thing that's on your little temperature and thermometer, hygrometer.
Stop.
I just wanted to get that last little piece out.
We start slow and we pick up, don't we?
Yeah.
It's like, so I've got to talk about vegetative growth, and now we're talking about techniques, and now we're getting to the end of the minute. I'm trying to get everything I want to say in my beats. Sound like a racing commentator. Vegetative growth.
3, 2, 1,
Zen.
Go.
Vegetative growth. Vegetative growth occurs on a photosensitive plant when you give them 18 hours of light, 6 hours of darkness. Some people tend to give them 24 hours of light, but I think that's wrong. They like the darkness, they like to sleep. How would you like it if you were kept woken up 24 hours a day? In veg is when you do all of your plant training exercises. If you do a scrog, LST, then it all occurs in the vegetative cycle. Scrogging in the vegetative period, make sure that you are bending gently. Little bit LST is a little bit different. It will be where you pinch the branch, turn it so you can feel a pop on the inside of the stem, and then you leave it there. It'll form a knuckle and the plant will become much stronger. In vegetative growth, Thomas talked about humidity. I can't go there. Vegetative growth. If you've got any problems, you can cure them when they're in veg, even if it takes 6. If you plan on a 4-week veg and it takes you 6 weeks. I get into a little subject. I go to humidity and I think, I just talked about it. This is not good.
I got some comments.
Matthew said you two need to talk faster. I forgot about that, to be honest. Yeah, we are Scousers. We talk fast naturally anyway. So I imagine that was a bit of a sarky comment. We're trying to, if anyone who's just joined...
You're probably going to have to play this back in slow motion.
Yeah. It's a good feature on iTunes. You can listen to us in half speed.
Yeah.
So it makes us sound a lot better. A few more people have joined. So what we're doing is, if you've just joined, is a 101. It's podcast 101. We're doing a 101 of hydro. But for Thomas's benefit, because he's always harping on me that I go on a bit
We're
too
doing
much.
a speed round.
Speed round, hydro speed round, the 60-second minute. We've essentially got 1 minute to talk about what you believe is the 101 of hydro. So
for each category, and so far we've covered tents, grow rooms, air movement, pots, media, light, vegetative growth, and we are now on flower cycle.
Yes.
Okay, you ready?
Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, flowering.
Flowering cycle, very crucial stage. Within this stage, you'll have to reduce your humidity. If your humidity is above 60%, you're going to have serious problems. Flowers are going to wither, become moulded and rotted, or maybe botrytis. You're going to open up doorways for pest and disease and fungus, and all of the nasty little things will start to happen if you don't pay attention in the flowering period. Within the flowering period, this is the most crucial stage. So if you have entered the flowering period whilst having issues, wrong thing to do. Top tip is do not enter the flower period with issues and problems. You need to rectify them before entering the flowering period, because once you enter that, it's the point of no return, and you want the best for your plant throughout this stage. Within the flowering period, people forget that the nutrient needs to spike off halfway through and not continuously stay at a high level. Flowering period, spike up and spike off. Stop. And then water.
You got a nice amount in there. I
Boom.
enjoyed that.
I increased the speed for that comment then.
Yeah.
Let's up the game.
This is why did that?
I like this.
I'm not a fan of this whatsoever. I'm cringing right so much inside. Where are we up to? Flowering cycle. I'm listening to you, so I don't replicate what you say, and then I'm having like 10 seconds to think about what I talk about.
3, 2, 1, go.
Flowering cycle. 12 hours of light, 12 hours of darkness. Make sure that your darkness is super, super dark. If you've got lights on your extension cables or any other residual lighting in the room, make sure that it's been covered with a bit of tape, because any amount, and trust me, any amount of light in the dark period will really affect your plant. So make sure that it's fully dark during the 12 hours off. First 2 weeks, called the transition period, are super critical, because this is where your plant is starting to realise that it's becoming to the end of its life. Temperatures, keep your temperatures close together. So if you've got a temperature of 28 degrees when the lights are on, make sure that your temperatures when the lights go off don't drop more than 5 degrees. We do say don't let it drop more than 10 degrees, but you're starting to get stretching when it goes past 5 degrees. So keep the temperature difference between 5 degrees Celsius, and you'll tend not to get much stretching. So that's that top tip of a minute. Further into the flowering cycle, use flower based in the first 2 weeks, because it's a really good product and it'll help flowering sites. Most fruiting plants tend to flower within 8 to 9 weeks, but throw the calendar out the window, watch the plant.
Oh my god, you've run over by 15 seconds.
That's your fault.
Yeah, I wasn't watching because the phone rang, so we just cheated there, look. Went over by 15 seconds, see?
My heart warmed a little bit, getting that extra information in. Oh, Matthew's saying he genuinely meant talk faster. So he said, someone else said, faster. No, keep it steady. Scouse is hard enough to understand.
Pass me a cigarette.
There's an invitation there for Sam to come to Liverpool for the weekend, because he said you'll be sound after that.
Sam?
Yeah, Sam, one of our listeners, Sam Gillam.
Where's he coming from?
I don't know where you're coming from, Sam. What accent are you coming with? A weekend is all it really needs. Geordie. It's only taken a weekend.
Geordie was Irish. We were turning him into a Scouser.
Do you want to hear a funny story? Geordie was in the car with you and Barry, and you were on the phone to me. Actually, he's the first time it happened, he was on the phone, and Geordie's our new lad from Belfast, by the way.
From Belfast?
And he's on the phone to another Liverpool fella, And at the end of conversations, I don't know if this is round Liverpool, if it's just something we do in work, but at the end we go, yeah, sweet, go on, cool. Put the phone down. That's how we say ta-ra.
Bit like saying bye-bye. When your ma says to you, bye, ta-ra, bye, goodbye, love you, bye, I'm still here, put the phone down. No, you put it down. No, bye. Well, we sort of go, yeah, go on, sweet, yeah, ta-ra.
Ta-ra. Go on.
Ta-ra, bye.
So Georgie's on the phone, he's going, yeah, sweet. He knows sweet because he came to university with us, so he knows sweet means good. And then he heard, go on. And he's like, go on what? What do you need me to do? Nah, it's sweet. Go on, cool. Go on, what do you want me to do? Go on, what? Go on. What do you mean, go on? What do you want me to do? And then he was up the wall because he thought we were telling him to go and do something else. But there's a little top scouse tip. If we ever say sweet, go on. I had to teach it to
That
Eric
means get the fuck
day.
off the phone and put the phone down now.
I had to teach it to Eric the other day. He was like, what's this go on? What are you saying? And I had to explain to him. So now he's doing it to me. He starts saying at the end of the conversation.
Where is he? Is he there?
Yeah, Eric's listening.
Oh, hello,
I think
Eric.
he's in the dentist, so he can't comment, but he is listening.
Oh, okay.
That just shows true dedication. Listening in
Dedication.
the
Big
dentist.
shout out to... What's that magazine called again? I'm only messing, Eric. Obviously, it's Garden Culture.
Imagine...
And he doesn't pay us to say that, even though we have got an advert in the magazine.
Yeah.
We pay him to say that for it. Wow, that's backwards.
He's in the dentist now. I thought the dentist was so painful enough without listening to us too. He's got the dentist drilling his teeth. He's got us two knobheads in his ear.
He'll probably be spitting out in the cup right now, fuming at what I'm saying. No, I'm only messing, Eric. No, love you really.
Okay, next subject. Done the flowering cycle. We're on to watering now.
Watering.
Methods of watering. 101. I got 15 seconds.
No, I'll do mine in 1 minute.
45 seconds.
1 minute.
No, I had 1 minute 15, so... And it felt me hard.
No, don't be trying to put it up 15 seconds. I'm onto your sketch. Watering.
3, 2, 1. Watering.
Yeah, watering is a very, very important and crucial thing. A common problem that people do is overwater. Overwater shows signs of yellowing. It also spawns on a little thing called pythium. The key to overwatering or not overwatering is giving the plant what it needs at the designated time. It's that simple. So basically what I'm saying is that you need to water the plant little and often rather than dumping a load of water in there and going on holiday for 7 days and expecting it to just deal with it, because it's not going to happen. A plant likes to be looked after little and often. So if you have a small plant, you don't give it 10 litres of water, you give it half a cup of water, and you will tease the plant. You will let it become dry. Not that dry, it looks as if it's lived in the Sahara Desert for a year without anything. So that's the key. Constantly keeping the plant between moist.
That was a good word to end on. Moist. Keep the plant moist. And I know a lot of people hate that word, don't they? They hate the word moist.
Moist.
It was a really moist cake. I bet you there's a few people like, ugh. Time is yours.
I want to pay attention this
You're
time.
so encapsulated in what... Encaptured. I've just made up another word. Encapsulated in what I just said. That you were listening as a fan, weren't you?
Yeah.
What are we on? Watering.
Because I am my biggest fan.
You're my biggest fan.
Oh, thank you. 3, 2, 1, go.
Watering. I like to, when I water, bottom feed. Reason being, you can see exactly what each individual... Bottom feeding in sources, because you can see what each plant is taken individually. If you put them into a big tray, it's a lot easier, but you can't see which plant is taking which. When you top feed, you tend to give each plant the same amount. So some are going to be weaker drinkers, some are going to be big drinkers, and you're giving them the same all the time. Making this more harder for me, Thomas. So with bottom feeding, you can see exactly what you're giving to your plants. So I'd recommend bottom feeding over top feeding. In systems, AutoPots, don't bottom feed them for the first 2 to 3 weeks. Give them a top feed when you're in AutoPot, and then you can turn that top on when they start to drink. The AutoPot's filter 20ml, so that gives them a nice bottom feed. Multi-flow tanks, you've got to do what the plant wants you to do. So you've got to watch your plants, you've got to be a plant whisperer. Flood and drain according to how big your plants are, how humid the room is. Wow.
You were starting to wobble a bit then when I was starting to distract you.
You know I can't multitask.
So.
Alright, here's a distraction for you. Let's see how hard the next question is. Potting up, which is your favourite sort of subject.
I've already covered it as well, so fine.
I'm not going to be able to add
You'll
on
have
to
nothing left. Go ahead, let's go.
Shit. Okay, here's one for you then, because it's
No,
going to
it
be super
says
difficult for
potting
me.
up.
Yeah, potting up, but you can't say the word aim.
I won't say aim.
Okay.
I've got too much to say.
Three.
Hey, wait till it's your go. Come on then.
3, 2, 1. Potting up.
Potting up, as I said previously, potting up is a crucial part of the plant's growth and development, and you need to start this from an early stage, a small cycle, small little baby cup, or even the little cardboard thing where the roots grow through. They're all good too. You start the plant off at this stage, and then each time that you go to the next pot, the roots develop within the centre of the plant and then grow out. So every time that the plant pots up, whether it starts from a little cup, half a litre pot, to a litre, 3 litre, 5 litre, I'd preferably skip from a 1 litre pot to a 7.5 litre pot and then finalise it in a 20 litre. It will make the potting up very easy and sufficient. If you try and pot up from a 10 litre pot to an 11 litre pot, best of luck with that. That will be really, really difficult. Please send me the video, because I will laugh me tits off. You need to pot up so...
Done.
And I never said the word aim. Your go.
You didn't.
No.
You did very well. I thought that was going to throw you.
No chance.
So what's my task? Not say aim.
Yeah.
And I've got nothing to talk about either.
If you say the word aim, it finishes your spiel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's my new word. Okay.
Okay.
So, let's go.
Jeez. 3, 2, 1, go.
So, potting up. Thomas covered everything, so I'm bollocksed. When you pot up, try using a root enhancer, such as Eco5 Charge. With Eco5 Charge, you will use 1 litre of charge into 50 litres of soil or cocoa. When you use this product, the roots will benefit from the beneficial bacteria within the product called charge. Potting up, make sure that you do it in stages. So, top tip for potting up.
Why are you talking like a robot?
Because I'm trying not to say aim.
Oh, you just said it. Go on,
you
got
tricked
15
me.
seconds left.
Pot up at least 2 weeks before you flip the plants. So, and that'll give them enough time to produce roots in the pot. Use fabric pots, they're awesome. Put your fingers over the middle of the stem, turn it upside down.
Oh, man, I can't believe you fell for that one, you know. So, I think you failed that one drastically. Next.
I thought you'd fail that one.
Systems. The next one, systems. It's like that little tap of self-esteem there, boys. Hey, fell right into it, didn't he? We can say aim now.
That is difficult. We
Very,
do say aim
especially
too
for
much.
us. Yeah, we
do
must say it quite a lot.
But we are saying it more today because we're under pressure.
Yeah,
When you're under pressure.
yeah, you've got to think on the spot.
So,
Systems, you ready?
systems. 3, 2, 1. Systems.
Systems, there's a wide various different range of systems: flood and drain, ebb and flood, NFT, AutoPot, DWC. The list is endless. They vary. AutoPots, gravity fed, so no electricity. Basic system, easy to use. Then you can advance, use a digital system. You can program these systems. Various systems are designed in different ways. There's that many of these systems. You would have to tailor one to your specific needs and your requirements. If you need any further help with these systems, please come and see us. My personal favourite is the Multiflow. They've got the new V3 system out, digitalised, very, very easy to use. AutoPots is another very easy system to use. Oh, that was difficult. That was hard.
I see you look at 35 seconds when you just must have had an idea of what to talk about.
I was thinking, shit. Because if you just pick one, you can just home in on it dead quick.
But you've got to give a 101.
Yeah.
You've got to give
that
like a
was
nice
hard.
overall view.
Oof, that I struggled with that one a bit. That was hard. 3, 2, 1, go.
Systems will make your life a little bit easier, but apply the hand feeders mentality if you're going to go to a system. Do not think that a hydroponic system, will do all of the work for you. If you let it do that, you'll not get the best results. Apply the hand feeders mentality. What I mean by that is that you visit your plants quite often, if not daily, and apply that to the system that's going to be doing the watering for you, and you'll come on leaps and bounds. AutoPot's very good. No electricity. I know Thomas talked about that. Multi-flow is an example of a flood and drain. IWS is another example of a flood and drain. The multi-flow's just come out with the V3, which is a superb system. If you're going to end up buying a system, go for the good top end ones on the flood and drain. If you're looking for just to get into systems and start with something that's a little bit easy, try the AutoPots. Also on systems, DWC would come under a system using air stones to give the water oxygenation. Make sure you keep your temperatures at 18 degrees in that one.
Stop. Boom. I'm just going to nip out 1 second while you go over the comments.
I think they're all just too interested laughing at us too.
Oh, that's hard work, that subject was.
Ow.
Oh, sorry.
That was hot. No. Mickey thinking he's done a day's work. Yeah, keep going. What's better, IWS Pro or V3? It's just a personal opinion. I'd say that the V3 is the better system because it's got more to it. Actually, I'm talking like I've still only got a minute. I've got all the time in the world now till he gets back, haven't I? This is a nice break for me. The V3 is probably better because it comes with new tilted stands. I know the IWSs can come with that, but you can also, the beautiful thing about the V3 is that it's analog and digital at the same time. And another thing that you can do is you can set a permanent flood, put air stones in the bottom of each of your pots, and then it's going to act like a DWC system. So there's loads that you can do with the new multi-flow V3. But if you're on IWS, IWS is also a very good system, the Pro especially, so it's just me personally, I'd be using the multi-flow. If you look at if you're on IWS, it's going to be hard work because you know your system, and changing to a different system is going to be a bit of a stress for you. So if you're on IWS and you're happy with it, crack on with it. If you're on multi-flow and you're happy with the multi-flow, crack on with that one as well. If you're looking to change system and give something a little bit of a freshness, maybe look at going to something like a recirculating DWC. That's going to take your growing level up a notch. It keeps the roots constantly circulated with fresh oxygen, fresh nutrients, and is a really nice system as well. So yeah, V3 for me, but whatever system you're on, they're both awesome systems. Are we back?
Back!
I've just got like everything out of my system. I've been allowed to talk for like 2 minutes there.
You haven't been cheating, have you?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm back. Sorry, folks.
Looking.
You know what? I don't even know why I'm wearing these headphones because I can't even hear nothing in them, you know.
Oh, have they stopped? Have they stopped coming through?
Yeah, it stopped working ages ago. Ah, well. These.
Well, I've just finished systems, haven't I? Oh, here comes. I reckon I've got these next few boxed. Boom. Matthew, just to finish up what these comments are saying, looking at getting a system on hand feeding at the moment. Dripper system's good as well. That works similarly to hand feeding. Similarly. Feel tongue. Similarly.
Yeah. Is that a word?
Similar.
Yeah,
we just say it too fast.
Similar, you idiot.
Similarly.
No, it's similar.
It works similar, or does it work similarly?
Similarly.
Try out the dripper systems, the good systems, and you can have a little play around with how much water.
As we said, the AutoPot's a really easy one to use.
Yeah.
It's modular as well, I forgot to mention that, so you can buy little components and just crack on and just add and add and add and add.
It's like cheating now.
No, you started it. It's like a Lego system.
Yeah.
And everyone loves Lego. Well, Lego's the #1 toy in the world, isn't it?
Unless you stand on it. And then it's like
yeah,
the big space.
Backslid.
It's second only after upturn the plugs. That just saves you life for being a scruffy bastard, though, doesn't it? Leaving upturn plugs on the floor. What are you thinking?
Oh, let's not even go into this category.
1 minute on upturn plugs, go.
Yeah. Upturn plugs are really bad. They hit your feet. They will make you do backflips and scream very loud.
And you have to go to the chiropodist.
Yeah, I've been today. I have.
What was the conclusion?
They
need to come off?
No. She had to put a gas mask on me when I peeled the sock back me. And she got a scalpel out. Listen, I was like a little girl. She had this.
And that was before she even touched you.
Yeah.
It was a cold hand.
Yeah, she only told me to sit down. That was the cold on my bum. No, she had this funny looking grin on her face as she was inflicting the pain. And what was the word she said? Oh, I'm right on the button there, aren't I?
Yeah.
And I'm like, ah! Yeah, screaming in a high-pitched voice.
How did you feel afterwards?
Relieved, very.
She done you bouncing, didn't you?
Yeah, she done a very good job. Apparently, I had a growth underneath my toenail of excess skin, which would been because I've been wearing crap trainers and I've been squashing my feet together.
You're going to say you've been working too hard, but it's definitely not that.
And that was it. Working very hard.
Yeah. Someone once described your feet as Hobbit-like, didn't they?
Yeah, well, that's because when I was doing the ballet dancing for a while, they went a bit square at the end.
Okay. That's what it was then, was it?
Anyway, enough of my feet.
Look at you trying to put off this next minute section.
Yeah, you hold the timer then.
I'll hold this.
Right.
You've got pH to talk about.
Let's go.
Away you go.
pH, right? It's a gateway. The gateway for nutrients.
Ooh.
And if the pH isn't correct, the gateway will be closed. So if the gateway is closed, the plant can't eat its food. The correct pH gateway for the gateway to be open in hydroponics is between 5.5 and 7.5. No, I'm only a mess. It's 5.5 and...
Don't pretend like you don't know the answer. Get it out.
I'll say 6.2. However, if you use soil, you can neutralise your pH so it doesn't go out of control using dolomite lime, and it will neutralise it to 7. It's a bit high, but is a good buffer for a safety barrier to make sure that your plant's taking up its nutrients. pH is very crucial. Make sure you have a pH measuring kit or monitor.
Done.
Yeah. I love that. That's efficient. Because it's a complex. I was trying to think not to go well away, and so I just ain't going hard on that one anyway.
Yeah.
It's not mine. I'm gonna love to watch you scream on this because you just love to go
on and on and on.
On and on.
Batman.
3, 2, 1, go.
pH stands for potential hydrogen. It is a logarithmic scale. So you start at 7, which is now this is 101. Stop it, Stephen. Okay, pH. So in soil, like Thomas said, you've got a bigger bandwidth to play with. You can set it between 5.7 and you can go up to 6.7 in soil. Cocoa, the bandwidth narrows. That's why it's a harder medium to work with. So you'd want it between 5.7 and 6.2, 6.3. In hydro, we like to go a little bit lower, so I like to start at 5.5 and I can let it drift all the way up to 6.3 before I start to reset. Thomas talked about the gateway, absolutely correct. At certain pHs, different nutrients will be absorbed. So at the higher end of the scale, the 6.3, 6.4, 6.5, you're going to be absorbing certain nutrients. At the lower end of the scale, you'll be absorbing another set of nutrients. So the reason that we choose between 5.5 and 6.3 generally is because that is the golden zone. I'd like to deflate at the end of it. Golden zone. You know what? It's actually the more
it's
you know
hard,
the subject,
Hey, this isn't easy,
the more you know,
to put you on the spot.
The harder this is getting. The less you know. You just talk about what you.
That's why it's really hard for me.
Yeah. Matt, you said that's because you've been fitting into kids' webs. You buy the kids' trainee so you don't have to pay for the adult ones.
Oh, yeah.
For anyone who's not from Liverpool, webs are trainees.
And what he means is because the kids' ones are cheaper, you
yeah.
get a little bit.
What are we on? EC. EC, phone, home. 1 minute. 3, 2, 1. EC.
Electrical conductivity, very crucial. If you don't have an EC meter, you have not got a fucking clue what your plants are eating. It monitors the amount of food that it is within the water. So your plant, throughout its life cycle, from a baby to a teenager to an adult to an old age pensioner, requires different levels of EC. Going by 10 mil of this and 10 mil of that into 10 litres of this doesn't mean jack shit is wrong. You need to determine your EC throughout your plant's life. So remember the spike that I was talking about. How would you know about that spike if you don't measure your EC? It's very, very crucial. It measures the salts within the water. Your base nutrients provide this, and it's the most vital way to understanding and being a plant whisperer. And without it, you are nothing. And EC is the best thing ever.
Oh,
What do you reckon on that one?
yeah,
then?
you're good. I liked your filler from 55 seconds onwards.
Yeah, because I wanted to land it just nice. I think I got the best going first anyway. I done well going first.
I know.
Didn't I?
I really didn't think this one out.
I didn't think about that. Worked out nice though. Anyway, EC, and it's Stephen's go. 3, 2, 1, go.
EC stands for electrical conductivity.
Said it.
The more salts that you add to the water, the more nutrients, the higher the EC, the higher the salt content. Your probe has 2 electrical conductors, and the higher the electrical conductivity, the quicker it will pass a current through, therefore giving you a reading. Starting off young plants, you want to start off around 0.4 if you're in a soft water area, or 0.7, 0.8 in a hard water area. If you don't know what area you're in, make sure you find out. So starting up,
If you're lost, you can phone us and we'll help you.
Yeah, 0.4 to 0.5. I get 1 minute 5 seconds for that. Starting at 0.4 to 0.5 in early veg, taking up to 1.5 max in vegetative. You don't want to go above 1.5 when you're in veg. Getting into flowering, you take it up step by step. You peak usually around week 5, taking up to about 2.2 depending on the type of plant, and you start to trail out, finishing with your flush. EC 0.
Stop. Because you knew you were 5 seconds. That was very good, Stephen.
If you start off in reverse osmosis water like me, I don't use one because I know where it's at.
Very good.
Are we allowed to talk about it, even though it's not within the minute?
Yeah, because you're talking about comments.
Yeah, okay.
So that's allowed, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
That's allowed.
So, if you're watching and you have the privilege,
Doesn't mean that you can start. Nah, hold on.
then-
No, it doesn't mean that you can start ranting and raving for hours on end.
I thought we were allowed to comment on comments.
Yeah, just a
A
little
minute per
bit.
comment.
Yeah.
Peter's joined as well. Big shout out to Peter. Hello, Peter.
Hello, Peter.
Reverse osmosis water. That's quite true. Your EC is going to be obviously 0, but you're still going off adding 5 mil of A, 5 mil of B, 10, 15, 20 mil of A and 20 mil of B. Using the EC stick, you need to figure out when you get to 1.4, 1.5, and also if you measure runoff, you need to see if EC is increasing or EC is dropping. Without a pen, you won't know
my
it.
hair as well. I had a cut today.
Today?
Remember I had me up.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Is
look,
that because it looked like you've been dragged through a bush backwards?
it looked like just a mess, didn't it? So, I had a cut today, so.
You're looking fabulous.
Any likes for the haircut? No?
Any likes for the haircut?
I'll probably get all thumbs down, you little gets.
crying faces. Shocked faces.
Could be worse, could look like your... My hair looked like your beard, that's why I had me hood up the other week.
Hey, leave the beard out of it.
I had an upside down one of your beards.
Crop top.
Yeah.
I'm going to move you on. I'm moving you on. Oh, look, angry. See, look at all the anger towards your haircut. Look at all that anger.
Oh, you're usually taking a piss, aren't you? Come here.
Zeb said his tap water is 1 EC from the tap. Heavy.
Yeah, that's...
Heavy. You're in a horrible rocky area that puts loads of calcium and magnesium
So
into
his
the tap.
kettle.
His kettle is fucked.
Fucked. Because if you look inside it, it'll have all lime scale in it.
Mm.
And that's to do with... Is that the pH though, isn't it? Yeah,
EC.
EC, is it?
Yeah. Hello, Paul. Paul HID just joined.
Hey.
Spectrum King. Next subject. You've got the timer. Where's the timer? My timer. My turn. I might do a little dance as well.
Okay, cool. Oh yeah, I'm glad we've got this one because it lets me finish up where I got cut off earlier on.
Well, if you think it's easy, I'm going to do a dance to try and put you off.
Why'd you go for it?
Like you do the phone in my face.
Go for it.
3, 2, 1. Temperatures and humidity.
Temperature and humidity, two very, 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 very crucial parts to the growing element and cycle and whole life of your plants. As I mentioned before, humidity. I mentioned about the hygrometer, the most popular one, the white one, with the two little LCD screens. The top one is your temperature, and the bottom one says RH with a mad symbol. I can't remember. It's on the calculator. Little line, 2 circles. RH, relative humidity. These two things need to be part of your everyday life. They need to be God to you. Temperature for your plant is max 28 degrees, minimum no less than 10 degree drop because it will shock the plant. Humidity, grow period must be above 60, and throughout the flower period must be well below, preferably, ideally about 30 would be excellent.
You're unflappable, aren't you?
Yeah, I just blocked you out and just focused on my temperature. Humidity.
I have to think of something.
I didn't let things distract me when I was thinking about my plants. Some people get distracted.
Good top tip.
I try to stay focused.
Paul, your thing has come up as like a question mark, but it looks like a smiley face. That's, I don't know. What are you questioning?
Question.
Put the question into us.
Anyway, my timer. Your go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Temperature. I wasn't listening to you. I was just busy dancing very poorly. Temperatures and humidity are very closely linked because your thermometer, hygrometer will very often talk about relative humidity, and what that means is that the humidity is relative to the temperature. So if you have a room that is 28, 29, 30 degrees, it's going to be able to have the energy to hold more water. As your lights go off and the temperature drops, then the ability of the air to hold water, hold its humidity, drops. So then your humidity is going to spike. And I got distracted. As the temperature drops, your humidity will go up because it's relative to the temperature. So that's why our swings in temperature is super important to keep on top of. When your temperatures do drop, make sure that you're moving that air because it's obviously the humidity's gone up, and just keep a close eye. That's why on our thermometer hygrometers we have max features.
Stop finishing off the sentences at the end. That's
I'm not. This
you
is
hate
the
this, don't you? Steve's
ever.
hating this, by the way, people.
It's just what to talk about. We're at nutrients now. If you want us to talk, we're at nutrients now. So if there's anything else you want us to talk about, within a minute, actually, any subject in the world, doesn't have to be hydroponic based. Ask us a question, and we'll take 30 seconds each to answer it.
Oh,
how about that?
30 seconds a piece.
Yeah. They could ask something like nuclear physics.
Let's do the last one, and then
last one is nutrients. So make sure you get your comments in if you want us to talk about anything else. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Nutrients.
101 basics, base nutrients, or you must have a base nutrient, whether it's soil, hydro, aqua, whatever your growing style is, you need a base nutrient. There's a lot of various different ones on the market. If you go to your grow shop, wherever that may be, they will educate you on what's suitable for your budget and your needs. Some are single part nutrients, some have multiple parts to them. There's different variations and different things within the base nutrients, depending on what you require for your species of plant, will determine what nutrient you're going to use. amongst nutrients, you'd have additives and additional PKs and CalMags and stuff like that. A variety of whole different things that the plant requires throughout its life cycle. Different elements of each of these will determine different reactions that the plant will receive. Complete knowing of what the plant will require takes a long time.
You finished it. It's horrible to just get cut off, isn't it? Wow, nutrients. I've got a question in already as well.
Hold on, we'll save it till you do yours.
I'm not going to let you give anything in time.
That was hard, that one. Right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Nutrients. Start with the basics. It's your A and B. It's your base feed. I talk to my customers about a Sunday dinner. People think that they can reduce the amount of A and B that they're given because they need to give more PK, they need to give more boost, they need to give more XYZ product. Your base nutrients is your meat, your veg and your potatoes. Everything else is your condiments. So you can add a bit of a sugar booster, which would be a bit of gravy. You can add your PK, which is your mint sauce. You can add a bit of other things that you can buy, and they might be your horseradish. Keep it to the base nutrients. That is the most important thing. With nutrients, they vary in price. Do not think that all nutrients are the same. All nutrients work. Let's just put that out there. You need to find the nutrients that are going to work for you. So if that is cheap and cheerful, then buy cheap and cheerful. But don't think that the expensive nutrients are just expensive because they are. So they use better quality ingredients, better quality minerals. They're probably sourced from better areas, and they're just a more...
Stop. Yeah.
I'm going to do like 15 blogs when I go home just to finish up any sentence that we've done.
Probably have to.
Yeah. So, get your questions in if you want us to answer any more.
What was the one that you had?
Why is the sky blue?
Okay.
And
Is it a minute a piece or 30 seconds?
Let's do 30 seconds a piece.
Oh, fucking hell.
This is going to be a...
You are horrible, you bastards, aren't you? Hey, why is the sky blue? Fucking hell.
Why is it always raining?
You ready? You're going to have to let me see the timer.
I will.
Oh, no. Do we get to see the timer?
You can make the rules up. This is you're in your element here.
Go on, let's go.
Why is the sky blue? Go.
Why is the sky blue? I honestly have not got a clue. But it's not in the night. It's black because the sun's gone down. When the sun comes up in the day and it's a good day and there's no clouds in the way, it possibly could be blue. It always is blue for me because I've got my glasses on. So that's why it's blue for me, because I've got these Oakleys on. But it's because of our planet and solar system and environment and everything else.
Stop. But you know what you're missing. When the sun goes down, it's black. Okay, now.
It's your go.
You did well.
Lad, you're going to come on. He's smart ass. He is just going to probably tell you he's white. No, did you know that? Come on. Go.
The sky is blue on occasions because sometimes it's farmer's red. Farmer's sky at night, red delight. The sky is blue.
That's not even the thing.
Red sky at night, farmer's delight.
Purple sky at night, fisherman's delight.
Possibly as well. You're cutting into me 30 seconds.
I'll give you an extra 15.
The sky is blue because, as you know, light is a spectrum of colours. You get to see it when there's a rainbow. And what happens is the way that the spectrum hits the Earth's surface, and basically all the other light refracts and becomes different colours. And what we see is blue because it's the last reflected light. So it appears blue. As the Earth tilts and the sun gets lower, then this different spectrum hits the sky and we see red.
That's enough said, lad. You've smashed it. Well done there, lad.
So that's that.
And that's why he knows all the stuff about lighting.
Refraction.
See? Because he's on it. There you go. There's your question answered.
I would have liked to have done it better, but that was
very
101.
Good, to be honest. You've just educated me there a bit, to be honest, bro. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, man.
There's one back for all the years of education you've given me.
There you go, lad. There you go.
Another question, but we don't want to have this won't take 1 minute to do. I'll give you 5 seconds. Okay?
Oh.
5 seconds to answer this question. Do you think advanced nutrients are worth the money?
No.
There we go. How many times can you say no in 60 seconds?
Oh, lad, that wasn't even a setup, that was it?
No.
That was like 1 second, wasn't it?
Half a second. Literally, it just took your brain processing time.
Yeah, that was how long. That you fired that to me back. Just come out then like that.
Can I have 10 seconds to say why? I think they've overcomplicated the process. Why can some companies give you a whole range of superb nutrients in 5, 6, 7 bottles, and another company you could literally fill 2 full shelves with it? You've got advanced grower, connoisseur grower, you've got pH stable, pH unstable. So does that mean if you buy the pH stable range,
I'm confused, you've lost me.
You buy the pH
don't know about this
unstable
pH
range?
shit again. What's that mean?
Rhino skin. I'm gonna fucking
leopard tiger feet.
Isn't that what you had at the therapist? Leopard tiger feet. The rhino skin is an absolute abomination of silicas.
What else is the voodoo juice? Tarantula juice.
Tarantula. Piranha.
Piranha teeth. Donkey.
Big
piss.
Bud. Overdrive.
Revive's a belter though. Revive's a belter. He's a medicine. Money. I hate the way do you know what though? See, the ad changed the wrapper.
Yeah.
And it just confuses everyone. It used to have a medicine badge on the side, and that's what I used to tell everyone. This is your medicine. You put it in the cupboard, a little spoonful out when your plants are being stressed, had a hard day's night. Do you know what I mean? Blah blah blah. They've been out on a bender, or whatever, or you have, and you haven't looked after them. You give it a little spoonful of medicine. It normally grows more dust, this bottle, than anything. But it's a perfect thing. They've still got the same product. Well, they might have probably fiddled with it, I don't know. But they've changed the wrapper and it pisses me off.
Yeah.
Pisses me off.
So, we're not the biggest fans of that company.
No, but I want to say something about them. The products do work.
Absolutely.
They do.
100%.
And, yeah. But are they worth the money? No.
And why is there a big range? That's the question that I want to
ask.
Why is there such a big range?
It's too complicated.
Why is there all that? Like some people,
I don't even know the whole range. I give up with it. I can't be bothered with it because it takes just too much.
But is it a good range? Yes. Is it overpriced for what's in the bottles? Yes.
Yeah.
But it does work.
Yeah.
Someone said there that rhino skin is a bottle of water. I'd like to disagree. I'd say a bottle of water is more nutritious for a plant than rhino skin.
And it's cheaper.
It's got more calcium, magnesium.
So buy bottled water instead of rhino skin.
It would be better. Guaranteed. You're welcome. Right. That's it. I think when I say ran out of questions, the amount of people that watch and don't like to comment, or you secret watchers, we love yous.
We love you, secret watchers. I think to finalise it, we are going to announce
the winner
of everything.
£3,000 prize.
So, let's talk about some of the people who've donated this stuff as well. So we've got it. Highlight.
Mammoth.
Yeah, Mammoth.
We'll start from the top.
Yeah.
Mammoth. They supplied the tent.
Yeah.
Through Nutriculture.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mammoth and Nutriculture.
Thank you.
Gavita, J Fox. I organised it with J Fox, so thank you very much to him. He sorted these 2 1,000 watt double-ended full fixture Gavitas with a controller through Nutriculture.
Big piece of kit.
Thank you very much.
Highlight Horticulture with the V3.
Just before you move on, Foxy got it last week, didn't he? He got it.
You got it. My old pal Foxy.
But what I do want people to realise is he knew exactly what he was coming in for.
And he's my friend.
And he still came.
Yeah.
He still came and took it.
Major big up to Foxy.
99% of people wouldn't want to sit in that room.
And he was excellent. Thank you very much, Foxy, for coming. And we had a great time having you here.
We did. And whenever we ask for something, for charity work that we do, for competitions, for labs, it's not even...
He's always there to help us out. Yeah. And he's been there since day one as well. So a big shout out to Foxy.
Thank you very much, buddy. Moving on. Highlight and Can supplied the Ice Max, which is the dog's bollocks of fans.
That means very, very good.
Yeah.
If you don't understand what that means.
And a can filter as well, which is an awesome filter. We'll be supplying all the ratchet straps and all the little fiddly bits that you need to crack on with.
All bits and bobs to make it all a nice big complete thing.
They did. Highlight also supplied their very own 8-pot V3 system.
Yeah.
Fully inclusive with
which you heard me talk about in the speed round before.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you talked about yourself. So very good system.
So thank you to Highlight for that multi-flow.
Yeah.
And to DNA for supplying the feed and the cocoa.
Yeah.
That was the feed. We've tested DNA. It's on the shelves now.
Cocoa with core.
Yeah.
Really good product.
Cocoa with core.
Yeah.
In your multi-flow system, under Gavitas, in a Mammoth tent. Wow. Great prize.
It's paradise, that.
£3,000 worth of kit.
That is nice.
And the winner of that, when we did the random generator, was on Instagram, by
This
the way.
is Instagram,
Yeah,
this
this is
isn't it?
Instagram. You had to hashtag NPK Live, hashtag Hydro to Grow, and hashtag Slims Hydroponics. And
Who was it?
Tui93, I think.
How was
Tui93.
How was that spelled, do you know?
Tooey and then
Tooey 93. So if you are Tooey93, you have won that prize.
Get in touch, send us your address, and we can ship that out to you.
Yeah.
And it'll be with you.
Congratulations and well
buddy.
done. Well done. We'll put some t-shirts and some bits and bobs and some extra NPK stuff.
For everybody else that entered the prize, because a lot of those prizes were donated to us very kindly by the people that we mentioned, we'd also like to say that to every single person that entered the Instagram competition, we are going to give you a starter pack of DNA mills.
Okay.
And some cocoa.
Okay.
That's a good, because if we have to send it to you, then we've got to keep it under a certain weight. So DNA mills cocoa, a starter pack of DNA mills, which is enough to do 4 or 5 plants in a 1 metre square space. So that's just for everyone that entered.
That entered.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So everyone won basically.
Everybody
won.
won. That's from all the lads at NPK.
Oh, bloody
so
more
thank you very much for
postage
that.
and packaging. It cost me a fortune.
It does.
Yeah,
it does.
it
I don't think
does.
people realise.
It does.
But actually, if anyone's watching, there was a prize. There was the 12 Days of Christmas, and I think everyone in the UK's received their prize. But
Have they got them now?
Yeah, they've got them.
Okay.
But there were 2 people in Spain that are commenting saying, "We haven't received our prize," and I'm like, "Yeah, but you just live in Spain.
Yeah.
Give it a few days."
Yeah. Oh, it has gone. We have sent it.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
good stuff. Good
So,
stuff.
but next year, that was a nightmare.
I did see them messages that were all in Spanish.
Hola.
Yeah, and then I asked Stephen, well, I didn't know you could speak fluent Spanish.
Well, yeah,
but
you thought it was fluent Spanish
Yeah,
speaker.
he's not. He's copying and pasting it.
Google Translate.
Yeah, Google Translate.
Wig's a beast.
Amazing, this stuff.
Yeah, so Zeb, I know you've been wanting to try some cocoa, so that's on its way to you. You need to send us a private message with your address, and we will send you a tracking number so you know exactly when it's going to arrive. Thank
There
God
you go,
that
podcast 101
is done. We are 1 episode into the next 100. Give me my time back.
Yes.
I'm going to delete that app now.
So, nice simple one.
Yeah.
To begin with.
The 101.
Stay tuned for next week's podcast. We've got something interesting going on. I'm not going to disclose anything yet.
Still in that brain of yours.
Yeah, I'm just cooking it up now.
Okay, I'm looking forward to that one. We're gonna let next week be a Thomas podcast.
Okay, cool.
We'll decide. We'll do the title and everything, and I'm gonna come in blind, see how it goes.
Okay.
Yeah,
sounds good to me.
Thank you once again for everybody that's listening. Here's to the next 100 episodes.
Yeah,
we have actually got some really exciting stuff coming up. But to hear about that, you have to tune in.
And make sure you get ready for our YouTube
next week. Oh, the YouTube,
the NPK show.
Go and subscribe now.
Yeah.
Because before we put any videos on, we want to see who's our biggest fans.
Yeah.
No one's going to subscribe now.
And there's going to be some serious product review going on the NPK show. Yeah. Some amazing top tips, some basics.
Yeah.
Some from right across the board. We're going to have some guest speakers. Some special people come to show us how to do some interesting things. Mm-hmm. We're going to be investigating all of these products.
And we're going to be professional.
Visually. Yeah,
no swearing.
No swearing. No nothing. We are going to be completely well behaved.
Absolutely.
Well mannered. And I am going to take on my very professional voice. No, I'm not really. It's still going to be me. But
it's still going to be me.
Yeah, but we're going to be doing
a lot more.
Yeah.
We can only talk to you on this podcast as much as we love it. We want to show you guys what to do as well. So. Yeah. Get onto NPK Live Hydroponics on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram as well if you feel like it.
If you can be bothered.
Yeah.
If you can't, don't.
Fuck yous.
Yeah, if you can't be bothered listening, don't.
You won't get to see all of the amazing stuff that I do.
Yeah.
Like rap tutorial like I did last night.
Oh, that was amazing.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
It was good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right, we're going to let you go. You've got work to do.
Yeah.
We've got work to get back to.
Yeah, and we're completely late again.
See you all next week.
Thank you, bye-bye.
Tap on the window and let Makey know that we are wrapping up. And we're going to listen to some Jamaican rum. Get that in before he cuts it.
Yeah.
Girl, what are we drinking? She said Jamaican rum. Jamaican rum. we ride the wave. She got me feeling so lean off this potion. So lean, this potion got me tripping out. Girl, what are we drinking? She said Jamaican rum, Jamaican rum. Girl, what are we drinking? She said Jamaican